The 2014 Regional Environmental Stewardship Award winners were announced during the Cattle Industry Summer Conference here in Denver. The 7 regional winners showcased the efforts of cattlemen and women in every part of the country who are working hard to leave the land better than they found it. Today, we'll get a glimpse of the accomplishments of each one of our regional winners in 7 very different parts of the country. And we'll see how they've gone the extra mile in taking action to improve their land, their cattle, and all their natural resources. We begin with a visit to an area where you might not think beef cattle production would be taking place. Our Region 1 winner is from Kentucky.
In the hills of northern Kentucky, not far from the Ohio River in the city of Louisville, Sherwood Acres Farm is a family operation that finishes belted Galloway cattle. John Bednarski and his wife Sylvia had careers outside of agriculture, but decided to start a farm and produce beef.
We started with belted Galloway cattle in 2003. It was a Father's Day gift from my wife and kids. I grew up in Vermont and had an uncle who had a dairy farm, and so I had a little bit of farming experience, but I was intrigued by the breed because they came into the U.S. back in the 50s in the Northeast. So I was familiar with them and wanted to start a beef breed.
Originally, we thought it was going to be 3 cattle, 3 heifers, and we thought it would be John's hobby, and it's become more than a hobby for him.
Now, each day, John cares for his cattle, finishing them on a mixture of 90% grass and 10% grain. The resulting Sherwood Acres beef is direct marketed to consumers.
Kentucky Proud in our state is a big initiative that adds credibility to our product. And so when we go to a farmer's market, people see a viable product that is a safe product that's available to them. We're also in a chain of 4 stores in metropolitan Louisville. We're in several restaurants, and we also have a retail store in our own community. Back in 2006, we decided that we were going to do home delivery as a service to our customers. And so we bought a kind of a boxy sedan that looked like a belted Galloway, and we painted it like a belted Galloway.
Delivery vehicle, I call it the cow car. We do quite a bit of driving with it, and I have put about 155 or 156,000 delivery miles on it, and it's a recognizable kind of a billboard for us.
That's the unique thing about our operation, is that we actually go from pasture to plate. And to talk with consumers right up front and see what their concerns are, and then have them come out to the farm on top of that is just really rewarding.
The effort John puts into raising and marketing high-quality beef is matched by his commitment to improving the land. Sherwood Acres Farm is compact with a total of 150 acres, and though the land looks picture-perfect now, when John and his family arrived, it was not in good condition.
We've done nearly every conservation practice that's available. That's been kind of one of my goals, not only from an educational standpoint, since I'm a beginning farmer, to learn how to do these things correctly, but also to improve the ground and make the habitat for the animals and also wildlife better on our farm.
John and Sylvia have installed a pond, improved their forage base, implemented a rotational grazing system, and worked hard to protect Harrods Creek. They've built stabilized stream crossings and participated in the Conservation Reserve Program to plant trees in lowland areas near the creek.
So they fenced off the creek, moved the fence away from the creek, and allowed a buffer to establish between that corridor. Where they have to cross the creek at, they put in stream crossings to keep sediment down and muddiness and stabilize the bank.
The things that they have done, like the stream crossing, the tree plantings, they've just cleaned up the farm and established what I consider healthy vegetation to protect the creek.
To reduce mud and erosion, John has installed heavy use areas at gates and as winter feeding pads for their cattle.
And in those conditions, they're going to be happier, they're going to eat more, and it's about gains per day for us. And so those feed pads, those winter feeding areas really pay dividends.
Always willing to host visitors to the farm, John has become a leader in the beef industry, serving a term as national president of the U.S. Belted Galloway breed. In that role, he and Sylvia visited nearly all 50 states to talk with members and share their story of stewardship.
So as we would travel the country, we would take literature, show pictures of things that we've done on our farm because we're proud of them. They're good practices, they pay dividends, they're great for the environment, and we just want to help people learn about them and participate.
Everywhere you look on Sherwood Acres Farm, the water is protected, the grass is growing, and the belted Galloways are thriving. The willingness to tackle whatever project will improve their farm is helping the Bednarski family build a legacy on the land.
I'm very proud of the work he does, protecting the water. Every time we go down below where it's been flooding so much, we think of a new project to do. And I'm just proud of everything he does, not just with the water, but with everything that he dreams and does.
There's always something out there that we can improve, and that's the interesting thing about farming. It's never over. There's always something that we can make better, and it's a goal of ours to keep working on that.
NCBA members are helping make a difference in their environment every day. To join them as a member of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, just give us a call at 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit the website beefusa.org.